In a bustling city corner, beneath a crumbling overpass, there lived a homeless man. Every day he sat on the same piece of cardboard, cup in hand, watching thousands of people rush past. Some tossed loose change without looking. Others pretended he didn't exist. He'd been doing this for years, so long that he'd forgotten what hope felt like. This is just how it is, he told himself. Some people are born lucky. I wasn't. One chilly morning, as the sun barely peeked through the concrete jungle, a sleek black car pulled up near his spot. Out stepped a woman in a sharp business suit, her heels clicking confidently on the pavement. She looked powerful, successful, like she owned the world. The homeless man's heart raced. Maybe she'll help me, he thought. He shuffled toward her quickly. "Excuse me, miss, could you spare a quid? Anything helps." The woman stopped and looked him dead in the eye. "Why should I?" she asked calmly. He blinked, caught off guard. "Because I'm broke. Got nothing." She tilted her head. "And what do you give to the world?" He frowned, confused. "Give, lady, I'm homeless. What could I possibly give?" She smiled gently. "That's your problem right there. You think you're empty. But let me tell you something, everyone has something to offer. Even you. The world doesn't owe you anything, bruv. But if you give first, it'll give back." Before he could respond, she got back in her car and drove off. The man stood frozen on that sidewalk. Those words hit him harder than the cold ever did. Give first, but I've got nothing. That night, lying under his thin blanket, he couldn't stop thinking, what could someone like me possibly give? Days passed. He didn't beg, he just sat and watched people. Watched them smile, stress, cry, hurry. On the fourth day, something caught his eye, a small patch of wildflowers growing through a crack in the pavement. Bright yellow and purple, fighting through the concrete to reach the sunlight. He smiled for the first time in months. Maybe that's it. Maybe I can give a little beauty to someone's ugly day. He picked a handful and returned to his corner. When a young man dropped a coin into his cup, the homeless man smiled and handed him a flower. The guy looked shocked. Then he grinned. "Yo, thanks man. That's actually mad sweet." That simple thank you felt like gold. Over the next few weeks, he kept it up. Every person who gave him something got a flower and a genuine smile. Word spread. People started coming by just to see the flower guy. Some gave him more money. Others brought him food. A few even stopped to chat. He realized something powerful. People don't just want to give to someone who's hopeless. They want to feel connected. They want to matter. One rainy afternoon, while handing out his last flower, he saw her again, the businesswoman. She was getting out of her car, phone in hand. He hurried over. "Miss, remember me?" She looked up, confused at first. Then her eyes widened. "Oh my God, yeah, I do. You're the guy from Ya," he interrupted, smiling. "You told me to give first, so I did. Here." He handed her a flower. She stared at it, then at him. Slowly, she smiled and reached into her purse, pulling out a business card and some cash. "You've learned it," she said softly. "You're not a beggar anymore. You're an entrepreneur." He looked down at the card. It had her company's name on it. "If you ever want to do something bigger," she said, "call me. I help people start small businesses, but only people who believe in themselves." The train of her words didn't leave his mind for weeks. Entrepreneur. Believe in myself. He started thinking bigger. What if he didn't just give flowers? What if he sold them properly? He used his savings to buy a small cart and more flowers. He learned which ones lasted longer, which colors people loved. He started setting up at busy intersections, events, train stations. His honest energy and warm smile attracted customers. Slowly, his little hustle grew. Months later, he was running a modest but steady flower business. He rented a tiny stall, hired another guy who'd been homeless, and even started saving up. One morning, while arranging roses at his stall, someone tapped his shoulder. It was Hertha, businesswoman. She looked around, genuinely impressed. "Is this yours?" He nodded, grinning. "All mine started with wildflowers and a dream." She laughed. "I knew you had it in you." He shook his head. "Nah, you planted the seed. You told me I had something to give. I just finally believed it." She looked him in the eye. "Listen, it wasn't me. It was always you. You just needed to change how you saw yourself. The world didn't change. Your mind did." They stood there for a moment, two people from completely different worlds, connected by one simple truth. As she walked away, he looked around at his stall, his flowers, his future. "I was never really broke," he thought. "I just had a broke mindset. The second I believed I was worth something, everything shifted." And that's the real lesson in it. You don't need money to start. You don't need connections or luck. You just need to believe that you've got something valuable inside you. Because when your thoughts change, your whole damn life changes too.